what's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to Impact Wrestling Review, the show from January 18th, 2019. They're still at Nashville, Tennessee, in the Asylum, with you have Don Callis and Josh Matthews as your commentators. And yeah, there you go. So let's get to the show. The show opened up with... I can't believe they opened up with this show, but in a way I'm kind of glad it did. But we get KM with Falaba versus Caleb Conley. And you're probably wondering, wait a minute, why am I glad that this is opening up the show? I hate KM, and more importantly, I hate Falaba. So why am I kind of glad it opened up the show like this? Well, here's what happened. While the match is going on, Brian Cage is losing his mind. He's out of control backstage. He's raving. He's like, where's Johnny? Where's Johnny? And all that, right? He's wreaking havoc backstage, and he goes to one the crew member, and he says, "Where's Johnny?" And he's like, "Johnny's out there. He's out there." I'm like, wait a minute, no, he's not. Johnny Impact is now out there. Now keep in mind, he said Johnny. Where's Johnny? Johnny's out there. So as we get to the match, it ended in a no contest because Brian Cage ends up attacking Caleb Conley and KM, and then Falaba ends up getting beat up too. And then the referee, Johnny Bravo, gets beat up. So yeah, that was. I was watching the show too and all. I remember Johnny Impact's not out there. What's he talking about? What? And then okay, I get it. The referee, Johnny Bravo, who was the referee of the match of Johnny Impact and Brian Cage from Homecoming. You know, the whole fast count thing, which is I believe that's what one of the commentators said that at one point. I'll remember if that was the case or not. But anyways, but yeah, that's what happened. But it ended from there, by the way. So John Impact comes out because Brian Cage calls him out, and he basically heard why was Brian Cage acting like this? Because Brian Cage heard the reports that Giant Impact is going to defend his world title against Killer Cross, even though Giant Impact promised that Brian Cage he's gonna get his shot after he gets his hands on Killer Cross, which probably that was a failed attempt because he wanted to beat Killer Cross. But Moose made sure that didn't happen from that last episode of Impact Wrestling. So now we see why Brian Cage was raging backstage, and why he did what he did. So Giant Impact comes out. He gets attacked by Killer Cross and Moose, only for Cage to go after Impact. Killer Cross and Moose ends up retreating. And then also, Killer Cross and Moose blindsides Brian Cage. Brian Cage fights him off a little bit, but he gets laid out by by Moose and Killer Cross, along with Giant Impact. He gets laid out too. So then this led to Brian Cage backstage raving again, and he wants to go after Moose, and he says he's going to he'll take a Giant Impact where it pertains to for the world title, but he said I think he also said something about he's going to take a look at the match between Killer Cross and Giant Impact from the next episode of Impact Wrestling, which is going to be when they're going to be in Mexico. And that should be a fun show too, by the way, folks. And it says, but first you got to take care of Moose. Brian Cage got to take care of Moose. So. Yeah, so we get this match again between Moose and Brian Cage, which we'll get to later. We get Eli Drake coming out to join on commentary with Josh Matthews and Don Callis, where it pertains to the match we're about to see here between Ethan Page versus Eddie Edwards. So having a match, I thought it was a pretty decent match. Ethan Page at one point talking to Eli, trash talking to Eli Drake and all that. Which I thought was hilarious. And I thought it was hilarious too that Eli Drake was on commentary burying Josh Matthews, and in a way, kind of also putting on Don Cousins' place too as well. But most likely putting Josh Matthews in his place too, which was good. I enjoyed that part. Electric is pretty good. So all of a sudden the match ends with Eddie Edwards getting disqualified by missing his candlestick onto Ethan Page. By the way, Ethan Page got his own theme music. He's no longer with Josh Matthews anymore. The whole third eye thing is now done with Ethan Page. I can see he's done with Josh Matthews now. I think it's now done with Matt Sydal, I meant to say. But Ethan Page wins the match by disqualification. After the match, Eli Drake cuts a promo to basically questioning Eddie Edwards' inability of his control. Represents the way he's acting, and the whole thing with his whole hardcore persona. And he reminds Eddie Edwards, what happens to the Eddie Edwards that was all about wrestling. That's always about being a champion. That was, but now he's just become a hardcore reject, something like that. And he proposed Eddie Edwards to bring back the old Eddie Edwards. Okay, we'll see if that happens. We get an OVE cam, Sami Callihan's kind of promo, obviously, about Rich Swann. It's time for him to come home to Ohio, which probably Rich Swann is not from Ohio. He's not even born in Ohio. He wasn't even raised in Ohio. Well, not that I know of, but whatever. But also OVE they want to rehash their rivalries against LAX, which we'll get to that later. The Rascals were preparing Trey for his match against Rich Swann. And we'll get to that match later. Jordan Grace being accompanied by Kiera Hogan versus Dark Alley being accompanied by Su Yung. Match itself, it was decent. I didn't like the fact that Dark Alley was having some offense against Jordan Grace, but whatever. But as long as Jordan Grace didn't lose, I'll be good. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. She didn't lose. She ends up beating Alley, which is good. And she won with a pump handle basically a pump handle sit up slam. The way she did it too, it was nice. Anything better than the bear hug as a finisher. Oh, and by the way, Su Yung tried to get involved, but then Kiera Hogan stopped her in the process of it. Also, Su Yung is in the ring with Dark Alley, and also the lights goes out, and Su Yung was gone. Dark Alley was still in the ring, but Rosemary appeared. She extended her hand to pick up Alley, but Alley just refuses and it just leaves. All right, Scarlett Bordeaux pertains to her global talent search, and the winner of this whole talent search to be her personal assistant is Scarlett Bordeaux. I'm not kidding you, folks. This whole build-up for months, where Scarlett Bordeaux is doing this global talent search with, multiple fans, including this wrestler, indie wrestler named Santana Jackson, who's the Michael Jackson of indie wrestling. Holy shit, man! Like all this build-up, and it led to Scarlett Bordeaux just announcing herself as the winner of this talent search. Which, by the way, it's all good and dandy for her. She's got a lot of talent, I mean, look at her. She's a fucking 10. But this was a waste of time. You know what I mean? All this segment you've been doing with Scarlett Bordeaux with Fallah Bah and KM. Fuck, I was fucking losing my mind during that time too. And this whole thing was this whole talent search bullshit that they were doing. All this for Scarlett Bordeaux to announce that she's on the winner of it. And what does this lead to as well? It's going to lead to her making a huge announcement that she's going to be stepping into the ring about fucking time, Impact Wrestling. Like, what the fuck? We should have been seeing her wrestle in Impact Wrestling, for all those months that you've been doing this bullshit with Scarlett Bordeaux. In fact, that should have been her announcement, a while back when she made an announcement that she's gonna do this whole global talent search. That should have been her announcement. It should have been her having a match instead of wasting her talent with this fucking bullshit. But yeah, but Scarlett's gonna make her in-ring debut for Impact Wrestling, and I'm actually looking forward to that. I just hope that they don't feed her to Kiera Hogan. I mean, not Kiera Hogan. Just someone else. I meant to say. I don't know. No, actually, what I meant to say was, I just hope they don't feed Kiera Hogan to Scarlett. That's what I was trying to say. Give Scarlett someone that she can work with, and then Scarlett could beat her. You know. So. Anyways, Brian Cage versus Moose. Match itself, decent. Nothing to say about the match other than decent. It got better though. As it went by. In the end, Brian Cage ends up winning the match with the drill claw. So, yeah. As far as Moose, his performance, it got better a little bit in the end. You know, just for the end, but the rest of it, it was horrendous to sit through. What happened next? Oh yeah, Knockouts champion, Taya Valkyrie was giving her an update via telephone about the whole thing with her getting powerbombed by Killer Cross at Homecoming, where she remember she was ended up in the hospital because of that. Health update of that whole situation, which I thought was garbage. Because a wrestler getting powerbombed onto the crowd is going to prevent you to go to the hospital. But then Tyra also reveals that the whole thing with with Tessa Blanchard about the way she's been acting, is what led her to lose the title at Homecoming. Like fuck off with that bullshit. Speaking of which, Tessa Blanchard ends up being interviewed by Mackenzie Mitchell. She ends up losing her mind. She's like, you want to hit me, Mackenzie Mitchell, and all that. And like, wait, is this how they go right off Mackenzie Mitchell? Because for those who don't know, Mackenzie Mitchell is gone for Impact Wrestling. And taking her place for Impact Wrestling to be a backstage interviewer is Melissa Santos, which I can't wait to see her make her debut on Impact Wrestling whenever they decide to do that. Because the tapings, it's gonna take a while, to see that happening. But I don't know. Maybe it already did happen. Maybe in that time in Mexico, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, Mackenzie Mitchell, she's gone for Impact Wrestling, unfortunately. But I don't think that's her last time being on the show though. That's just my guess. But anyways, but Tessa Blanchard, she didn't beat up Mackenzie Mitchell. But Mackenzie Mitchell did leave though, because she was being threatened by getting beat up by Tessa Blanchard, because Tessa Blanchard again, she was saying, "You want to hit me, Mackenzie? You want to hit me?" And then also she sees a producer, which obviously is a woman, and she attacks her. She chokes her, and then you have the security trying to stop her, and then bam, Tessa Blanchard knocks him out, and she continues to choke out this woman, and Gail Kim comes in to break it up, and then she gets laid up by Gail Kim, but Gail Kim fights back. Or if Tessa Blanchard to fight back at her, and then start choking out Gail Kim, like, oh my god, Tessa Blanchard has snapped. And then Sanjay Dutt and Scott D'Amore breaks it up, and then they went to commercial break. At the commercial break, Tessa Blanchard gets heated, and she's yelling and screaming and all that, and Scott D'Amore suspends Tessa Blanchard. How long she's suspended, I don't know. They didn't say much of it other than you're suspended, and that was it. We got X Division champion Rich Swann versus Trey in a non-title match. Good match. I thought it was pretty good, for an X Division match. Not for the title though. And in the end, Rich Swann is to win the match with a 450 splash from the second rope. No, that's to say about that, but yeah, pretty good. After the match, we got Sami Callihan coming out with OVE, because they're about to have the main event match against LAX. Well, the Chris brothers though, but Sami Callihan was just gonna be at ringside. But anyways, they confronted Rich Swann. They offered him a T-shirt, but LAX come out, and basically Rich Swann leaves, And basically, we didn't get any follow up of to hear from Britt Swan if he's thinking about is he reconsidering to join OVE if he wants, but yeah, sorry, I had to take care of something though. I'm trying to remember what I said before I had to take care of something. I think it's something about Rich Swann about being offered this T-shirt of OVE to join OVE. And then LAX came out there, because we're going to have this tag team match, non-title match, by the way. That was the theme of the show, by the way. We have these champions wrestling, but they're not defending the titles though. But yeah, we'll see what they do with the whole thing of Sam Cunningham, with OVE, I meant to say, and Rich Swann to try to persuade him to join OVE. I thought that's gonna happen though. But yeah, we get this tag team match: LAX versus OVE. You got Conan at ringside for LAX, and you got Sam Cunningham at ringside for OVE. And the match itself was pretty decent. It then got better as it went by. I did enjoy that whole thing with Dave Chris going for a suplex. I believe it was to Ortiz, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, to Ortiz. And meanwhile, Jay Chris with a slap powerbomb as Dave Chris going for a superplex off the top rope. Nice the way it was done. But then in the end, the OVE ends up losing against LAX at the end of it. So I'm watching this. I'm like, what's going on here? Why are they having OVE losing so many times? I don't understand this at all. Why is OVE losing every time? And yet they expect Rich Swann to join with OVE if they can't even win the match. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, I wasn't expecting them to beat LAX though, but I enjoyed watching this match though, to a certain degree. So after the match was over, OVE was were frustrated they lost. Also, backstage we see Lucha Brothers, giving LAX congrats for winning, and then all of a sudden, it was friendly, it was all friendly and all that. And much to the surprise of Conan, he didn't expect that. Lucha Brothers to congratulate the LAX for the win against OVE. So then Ortiz, he offers another shot against Lucha Brothers, and then Conan's losing his mind, like, what were you doing? And then the show ends. The show literally ends after that was done. So yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing this rematch between these two, these two teams, LAX and Lucha Brothers for the titles again. But yeah, but Conan was not happy about that though, and that was the show. Talking about wrestling for Impact Wrestling, the show from January 18, 2019. 6 matches. Wow. And that includes that bullshit match that they opened up with, Kale Conley and KM, which is nice with how they did it too, by the way, with Brian Cage interrupting it, and yeah. But my overall strength for the show, I'm gonna go. This show could have been better. I mean, there were some good matches. I did see a couple of good matches, and I mean a couple, but not enough for me to go like, this show could have been this show could have been better than last week's show. To see, in that type of way. So I'm just gonna go 5.5 out of 10. So there you go. Not bad grade, I still thought it was a slam thumbs up though. Ain't it better than Monday at Raw? Just to say. But with that being said, thank you all for watching. It's the Natural Born Thriller, saying peace on the streets.